They found his sandals by the river, but not him. Just the sandals, sitting there like he'd stepped out of them and disappeared into thin air. That's how it always starts here in Kijiji Chonaioka. People vanish, and all they leave behind are little things, a scarf, a shirt, a shoe. I never believed the stories, not really. My grandmother used to say the river takes what it wants. She said the water isn't just water, it's alive. Hungry. I thought it was just old people's talk to scare us kids from swimming too far. But then my best friend, Juma, went missing. Juma wasn't the kind of guy to just leave. He loved this village, he loved his family. That night, he and I had been sitting by the fire, talking about nothing, like we always did. He said he'd fetch some water before heading home. I watched him walk toward the river, lantern swinging in his hand. When the sun rose, Jumo's mother came to my door, her face tight with worry. "He didn't come back," she said. "You were the last to see him." We searched the whole village. The men combed the bushes, shouting his name. The women gathered at the riverbank, praying. Then someone found his lantern and sandals, placed neatly on the ground by the edge of the water. The river was calm, the kind of calm that doesn't feel right. That's when people started whispering about the Nayoka Wamoji. It's an old story, one the elders don't like to talk about much. They say there's a snake in the water, bigger than a man, older than the village itself. It doesn't come out where you can see it, but it waits. It watches. And when it wants you, it calls you. I didn't believe it until I heard the humming. It happened 3 nights after Juma disappeared. I was lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, when I heard it. A soft, low hum, like a song with no words. It was coming from outside, near the river. My chest tightened, but my feet moved on their own. I grabbed my knife and stepped outside. The sound was louder now, pulling me toward the trees. The village was silent, everyone asleep. The path to the river seemed darker than it should have been, like the moonlight didn't want to touch it. I don't know why I kept walking, but I did. The humming wrapped around me, soft and cold, like fingers brushing the back of my neck. When I reached the river, I saw something move, just a ripple in the water, but it felt like it was looking at me. Then I saw the footprints. Wet, bare footprints leading out of the river and disappearing into the forest. They weren't mine. I ran back to the village and locked my door, my heart pounding so loud I thought it would wake everyone. The next morning, I told the elders what I'd seen. They just nodded, their faces grim. "Don't follow the song," was all they said. That was 2 weeks ago. Since then, 3 more people have vanished, each one leaving something behind, a hat, a walking stick, a pair of sandals. Every time, someone hears the humming first. Every time, the river stays calm, like it's hiding something. I don't go near the water anymore. I don't walk alone at night. But sometimes, when the wind is just right, I can still hear the song.